Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name is Jessi, and I am here at Seven Springs Retreats in Tennessee. It's a little bit of a rainy day out there, but we'll have a nice warming practice this morning. So go ahead and find your place on your mat, wherever is comfortable for you. We'll just find a comfortable seat here as we get started. So coming into your comfortable seat and just noticing your sits bones on the earth here. Wherever you're comfortable with your feet, you can have the feet farther out. You can have them closer in. You can cross one leg on the other. It's all an option. So go ahead and just find whatever's comfortable for you. And allow the hands to just rest on the knees, and let's all close our eyes here. And we'll start by just taking a long, deep breath together. And exhale fully. If it's comfortable for you with your eyes closed, that just helps us to take away the distractions that are all around us and help us to look inwards. And so as we begin this journey of turning our gaze, our perspective a little bit more internal, we can start down at our base. So just notice where your seat is connected to the earth. And I want you to bring special attention to your tailbone. That's the very base of your spine. And imagine as if it was pointing directly down into the earth. So that might mean you have to shift a little bit forward, a little bit backwards. We're all different. So wherever it is for you, where the tailbone is pointing directly down into the earth, imagine like it's a plant growing down and roots are spreading down underneath the soil. And from here, I want you to start to stack your tailbone, each part of your spine on your tailbone, one on the other. And as this happens, you can imagine as if this plant was growing up towards the sun, stacking the spine up to the middle back, up to the upper back. Go ahead and roll those shoulders back and down and just allow some space to be created through the chest, through the collarbone. And then think about the back of the neck and bring your awareness here and lift and lengthen up through the back of the neck, lifting up through the base of the skull and lifting the energy up out of the crown of the head. Now that we've got this beautiful stance here, we can start to open up the space for our breath. So take another deep breath here. Notice if it feels any different than the first one you took. Exhale fully. We'll do this once more. And then I invite you to gently bring one hand onto your belly and one hand onto your heart. And as we take these breaths, we're going to focus on sending the breath down into the belly. So down into the very bottom part of the lungs that fill with breath. And as this happens, the diaphragm is going to lower and press down and give ourselves a nice massage here through the belly. So as we inhale, as this all happens, our diaphragm lowers and our belly comes out. We take a deep inhale. Really fill yourself with breath. This is a really deep part of our breath. And then as you exhale, think about that navel and pressing it back towards the spine. So we're exhaling all of the air out. We'll do that again. So we inhale and take a deep breath down, letting the belly rise up. And as we exhale, the navel presses back to the spine and we press all the air out. One more time like that, inhaling deep into the belly. And exhaling out. We'll move into a 3-part breath. So we'll breathe down deep into the belly. And then bring this breath up to the ribs, the space between your hands. Final sip of inhale comes up into the chest, the very top part of the lungs. Exhale out the top. The middle, the ribs close towards each other. And as we exhale, the navel presses back to the spine. 2 more times like that. Inhaling down deep, the belly rises. In the middle, the ribs expand, open out to the sides. Final sip of breath, the clavicle lifts, collarbone lifts. Exhaling out the top, the middle, and the bottom. One more breath like that. Deep inhale into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Exhaling out the chest, the ribs, and the belly. Take a full deep inhale into your whole being. Exhale here. Send it down into the earth. Return to your normal breath and bring both hands onto the heart center. Just take a moment to thank yourself for coming to the mat this morning, wherever you are in this time. Give yourself some gratitude for being right here, right now. And this practice we'll enjoy together be a bit of a heart-centered practice. And in that, we're going to start to look into our heart to see what gives us that full joy of being present. Because these are your passions. And this can be in so many different manifestations in your life. It doesn't have to be the biggest, most fulfilling passion ever, but we're going to call into our heart space a little bit of joy this morning. To take that space and that time to notice what fills our heart. And we often come into this from thinking, right? From thinking in the mind, what is it that gives me joy? What is it that is my passion? Instead, I want to invite us all to just listen to our heart. And so we take it out of the thought and we bring it down into the body. We bring it down into the heart space. You just allow whatever comes to you throughout the movement, throughout the practice to be that. Go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lower your hands down to your heart. Give yourself some gratitude. Whisper to your heart that you will listen. And then gently allow the eyes to flicker open. And on your next inhale, send the hands up into the air. Bring the gaze up as well. Exhale, we're going to open the palms wide and just bring the hands down alongside the body. We'll just start here with some movements with the breath. When the hands touch the ground, turn the palms up and inhale, lift the hands back up again. Exhale, lower them down. Really allow the breath to be your guide here. So allow the breath to initiate and guide the movement. Inhaling, let the hands come up. And exhaling, lowering them back down. On our next inhale, we'll inhale, breath guides the hands back up into the sky. As we exhale, just the right hand's going to come down. You can just come onto the fingertips here. We'll inhale, lift the left arm up, lengthening the spine again. Exhale, we'll lean to the right. You can bend your elbow, walk the fingers away from you, whatever feels good here. Notice both sits bones are on the earth here. And inhale, open the heart up to the sky. Just a really gentle twist. Exhale, we're going to bring the left hand down onto the earth. Again, you can see the fingertips. We're going to walk the hands around, coming forward into a forward fold, whatever that looks like for you. Remembering that this practice looks different for each person and also different for you, depending on the day, depending on where you are. Releasing judgment, releasing expectation. Straightening the elbows. Inhale, reach the heart forward and up. Exhale, we'll walk the hands around to the other side, over to the left side. Our left hand grounds on the earth. Inhale, reach the right arm up and over the head. Exhale here. Both sits bones on the earth here. Inhale, slight twist, opening, lifting. Exhale, hand comes down. Walking back to the center. This time on our inhale, we'll walk the hands back up and bring them behind us. Inhaling, opening the heart, lifting up to the chest, still lengthening through the back of the neck. Exhale at the mouth here. Make a sound. Let's do that together once more. Inhaling. Exhale. Very nice. Coming back to center. We're just going to switch the crossings of the legs here. Inhale and lift and lengthen up. Exhale, we'll come into a twist, just a gentle twist. Hand grounds behind you. The front hand crosses to the opposite knee. Inhale and extend. Exhale, your twist. Inhale guides us back to the front. And exhale, we'll ground to the other side. Just starting off slowly this morning. Inhaling and lengthen. And exhale and twist. Inhaling, coming back to the center, reaching the arms up into the sky. And exhale, we'll come forward. We'll meet in tabletop. So getting comfortable in tabletop on your mat, starting by spreading your fingers nice and wide. And looking to make sure the wrists are underneath the shoulders. In the same way, the knees will be underneath the hips. And I want you to bring special awareness to the tops of the feet here. And just notice, we'll just take a moment to feel this position. So as we press into the tops of our feet more, we can even start to lift our knees a little bit off the ground. And just take a notice of that, what that feels like to you. Now, you don't need to actually take the knees off this whole time, but you'll notice that the more you press into the feet, the more it takes the weight off of the knees. And in the same way, press into the hands and lift up through the shoulder blades. And notice how the shoulder blades separate. Just a little bit here. That gives us a nice support through the shoulders and starts to engage the core slightly. So we're going to keep this core slightly engaged. And we're just starting our cat-cows, but I want you to think about this cow, this first position, as a lengthening forward and back rather than a dropping down and lifting up. So as we inhale, we're going to expand the heart forward. The belly's going to lower in that, but we're not dropping the belly, right? So we're going to reach the heart forward. The tailbone is going to lengthen back. And then as we exhale, we can round under. The chin comes to the chest. The tailbone can point down towards the earth, and the middle of the back up towards the sky. So inhale and lengthen. Think about the directionality of this movement, forward and back, so you get a nice expansion here. And as we exhale, we're going to round under. Coming back into the breath here, the inhale is what initiates the movement. Allow the movement to last the entire length of that inhale, of that breath. And the exhale is going to round us under. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling up. And exhaling back. Coming back into our neutral spine. Keep your hips over your knees where they are. We're going to walk our hands forward, coming into that puppy pose. Nice opening for the shoulders here. We'll get into the shoulders a lot during this practice. So just noticing where you are and just going down as far as is comfortable for you. You may even bring your forehead onto the earth, maybe not. It's up to you. Take 2 deep breaths here. Last exhale, lift up slightly, and we're going to take the left hand and cross it underneath us. So we come into like a thread the needle variation with our stance in our puppy pose. Last exhale, inhaling, coming back up and switching sides. So threading the right arm underneath, coming back into that puppy. Last exhale here. On your next inhale, returning into that puppy pose. And inhaling, coming back up into your tabletop. We're going to extend the right leg out to the side this time. We're just going to play with some variations here as we warm up. So this right leg comes out to the side, knee is straight, and the foot is pointing forward. So it's like at the parallel to the long edge of your mat here. And we'll come back down into that puppy pose. So feeling this into the hips now. One more breath here. Next inhale, go ahead and walk yourself back up. And this time, walk yourself all the way up, reaching the hands up into the sky. Exhale, bring the right hand down onto the right leg, really light weight here, and go ahead and bring yourself over into a side bend. Little to no weight on that right hand. Instead, feel the weight lifting up through your base. Remember to press into the top of that back foot for more stability. Last exhale here. Inhaling, coming all the way up, and exhaling, bringing the hand back down. You're going to bring this foot in, and we'll bring the left leg out. Inhaling, coming up, and exhaling, coming down into puppy pose. One more breath. Inhale brings us back up. Hands up into the sky. And exhale, we'll lean to the left, little snow weight on the left hand, lifting up through the heart, opening up to the side. One more deep breath here, lengthening through both side bodies. Last exhale. Inhale guides us back up. And exhale, we'll bring our hands down and come back into our tabletop. Inhale, that extension through the cow pose here, so extending the heart forward. On our exhale, we'll come back to child's pose, resting the hips back on the heels. Reaching the hands forward if that's comfortable for you. Just taking a moment here. Come into your breath. Notice how your heart feels in this moment. Notice the connection to the breath. And if it's comfortable for you, start to bring your elbows down onto the earth and lift the hands up. So from here, we're going to bring the palms together. And this might feel comfortable for you. This can be a nice stretch here on our triceps. You can even walk the elbows closer together. Head can stay on the earth. And if it's comfortable for you, you can start to bring the hands back towards the back of the neck. Listen to that voice in your heart and just ask, what makes my heart sing? Offer another deep breath here. Exhale, release the hands back down. Inhale, very slowly, we'll come back to our tabletop. Exhale here, tuck your toes under and walk the hands just one palm step forward. We'll inhale and reach the heart forward. And then as we exhale, start to press into the feet, lift the knees, just take a moment here. Another breath, inhale, and then as you exhale, press the hips back and away, keep the knees slightly bent here. And we're thinking about the palms rooted into the earth, coming into our first downward dog, but let's think about the back rather than the legs. So think about notice how the shoulders round back and around. Notice how the head releases. Notice how the spine lengthens and the tailbone reaches away from the hands. And then from here, inhale and lift the heels. You can go ahead and straighten your knees. And then as you exhale, press the heels back and away. It doesn't matter if they touch the ground or not. Let's do that again. Inhaling, lifting the heels. Exhale, press them back and away. Let's just take a measurement for ourselves here. Come forward into plank. So the shoulders should be over the wrists. This is the correct distance between your hands and your feet. Sometimes we have to move the feet back a little bit. Keep them here. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling forward into our plank. Exhaling downward facing dog. Very nice. Inhale, lifting the right leg up into the sky, reaching the energy out of the heel. Exhale, stay here. Three-legged down dog. Inhaling once more. And exhale, right foot comes in between the hands. Just pick it up and move it forward. If it doesn't quite make it there, that's fine. Inhale, open up, lengthening through the back heel. Exhale, lower the back knee, untuck the toe. Inhale, scoop the energy up. Palms come together again. Exhale, bring the hands to the back of the neck again. Bring the elbows together. Inhale here. Exhale. You can sink a little bit more into the front knee, lifting up through the heart. Give yourself a smile. One more breath. Last exhale. On our next inhale, we lift the hands up. And exhale, swing them alongside you as if you were about to dive forward. Inhale, bring the arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands come together. Inhale here. Exhale, bring them forward and down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Inhaling up. Exhaling down and forward. One more time like that. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come forward. Inhaling, lift up once more. And exhale, hands come to the inside of the foot. We're going to heel toe that foot out to the outside edge, coming in towards our lizard pose. So our hands are directly underneath us again. We're going to keep the right foot pointing forward. Sometimes this foot kind of falls out to the side, the knee opens. That's a different pose. So let's keep it forward here. We get a nice strengthening here in our adductors, the internal thigh muscles. And we also get a nice work for the glutes here. So inhale and lift yourself forward. Exhale, you have some options. You can come down if you'd like. I like to even extend my arms forward, kind of like that puppy pose. Or you can stay where you are and extend the back leg, tucking the toe under. Either stay here or come forward. So lots of different options. Or you can stay right where you are. Take another deep breath here. Exhale, we'll all lower the knee back down again. Bring the weight onto your left leg. Right hand comes onto the right thigh. Inhale and extend up. Exhale and twist. You're welcome to stay here. If you'd like, you can always bend that back knee and reach for the back foot. All the options are welcome. Wherever you're feeling you are today is perfect. You've got that back foot, you can release it down. We'll all inhale, let's reach the right arm up into the sky. And exhale, bring it down. Tuck the back toe under, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into that plank pose once more. This time as we exhale, we'll lower the knees. Chest and chin to the earth, elbows stay in. Inhale, baby cobra. Little to no weight in the hands, press to the tops of the feet. Exhale, moving back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Last exhale. Weight to the right foot. Inhale, extend the left leg up, press through the heel. Exhale here, take a deep breath. One more inhale. And as we exhale, we'll bring that foot in between the hands. Again, just move it up. Inhale, reach the heart forward. And then exhale, lower down. We'll inhale, reach the arms up, and then palms together again. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale here. Exhale, you can lower down into this left knee. Just notice how this side might feel different than the other side. Lift up through the heart. Elbows together. One more inhale here. Reach the arms up. Exhale, lean forward. Reach the arms alongside the body. Inhale, reach them up, palms together. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, lean forward. Once more, inhaling up. Exhale. Inhaling up. And exhale, reach forward. Inhale comes up. And exhale, hands come down to the inside of the foot. Heel toe that foot out. And again, you have these same options. You can stay right here. You can walk the hands out in front of you. You can come onto your elbows. If you have a block around, that's a great time to use a block. You can also tuck the back toe under, lift up the knee. Feel an extension here. Take any variation. 2 more breaths wherever you are. Next, exhale, gently lower the knee if it's not already lowered. Weight into the right hand. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, you can bring it onto the knee and take that twist. Or if you'd like, you can reach back and take a twist from here. One more deep breath. And exhale, lowering the foot down if you've got it. Lowering the hand down as well. Let's all tuck the back toe under, lift up the knee. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more modified vinyasa here. We'll inhale forward into our plank pose. Exhale, lower the knees. Chest and chin come down, elbows stay in. Inhale, baby cobra, top of the feet into the earth, heart reaches forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here and exhale. Let's return to child's pose. Just take a moment. You can have your arms reach forward. You can go for that prayer pose that we were doing, or you can have your arms alongside your body. It's all an option. Go ahead and rest in your child's pose. And as we rest here, I'd like for you just to tune in a little bit to the back of the heart. We often think of the heart as in the front of our body, but our heart extends all throughout. And it's often in the back of our heart where we push things back, we push things down, we don't want to look at. And it's in the back of our heart where we can hear the whispers of expansion, of how to open and find more opportunities to release these spaces of joy, to release these spaces of passion. And so maybe it's something that you used to do a long time ago, something that brought you joy. Maybe it's not even a thing, it's just a feeling. Something that we have just put back there. Just take a few breaths and tap into that. A feeling of contentment, a feeling of peace. Avoid the mind jumping into the story of the what, when, where, how questions, and allow yourself just to feel it. Take another breath here in our child's pose. Exhale completely. Reaching the hands forward again. On your next inhale, give gratitude to that feeling and that memory, that tapping in. Carry it with you as you come up into your tabletop, finding your alignment here again. We'll once again walk the hands just a palm step forward. This helps to give us that distance between our hands and our feet. Inhale, reach the heart forward, tuck the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up into the air. Exhale, we're going to bring it forward as we come forward into our plank pose. Inhale here, exhale, send it up and back. Inhale this time, come forward. And exhale it up and back. Once more, inhale, come forward, hold that knee in towards the chest. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, come forward. This time, go ahead and bring the foot all the way between the hands. Again, move it up if it doesn't quite make it. Exhale here. Just come onto the tips of your fingers here. We're going to keep the back knee up. And inhale, scoop the energy up. Exhale, we're going to open the hands wide. Maybe even bend the elbows. Inhale, lift up. Go ahead and straighten the knee as you inhale and lift up. And then exhale, bend the elbows, open the hands wide, bend the front knee. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and open. One more time like that. Inhale up. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up. And exhale. We're going to lower the hands down, bend the front knee slightly, and step up with the back foot. So we come into this forward fold here. The back foot can come up a little bit more, so both toes are pointing forward. Fingertips on the earth, or again, a block is a great thing to use right here. Notice where your hips are in space, and we want to bring this right hip back. So maybe the left hip feels like it's coming a little forward. We're aligning the hips here. You're going to get a nice deep stretch along your hamstring. Another thing to notice here is this front leg. So either we can have a micro bend through the front leg, or we can extend it and engage the quadricep, which means we're lifting our kneecap. Maybe even the front toes lift, just to remind you how much we're engaging the front of the leg. Engaging here through the front of the leg is going to give us a release in the hamstring. Reach the heart forward. Exhale fully. Very nice. On our next inhale, we're going to place weight into that front leg and lift up the back. We're coming into a warrior 3 here. So now bend through the base leg. Stay here with your hands on the earth, or maybe bring the hands into the heart. Notice this balance. It's okay if you fall. Bring the hands back down. Now bend the back knee, bend the base leg. We're going to bring it all the way down to the ground. So we've landed here. Hopefully this right knee is over the left leg. Also, you're welcome to bring the foot to the inside. We want to make sure both sit bones are on the earth. Nice. Inhale, lift up. Let's go for that twist. Exhale, right hand comes behind us. Left hand hugs in. We'll inhale here and exhale our twist. Beautiful. You are welcome to stay here. If you'd like, you can take your left hand, reach it down to the outside edge of the foot and extend the foot. If you've done this, you can stay here, or you can extend the right arm. So lots of options today. Just do whatever is feeling good for you. Lift up through the heart, extend through the spine wherever you are. One more breath. And our next inhale is going to bring us back down. We're going to come right back out of this the way we came up. So right leg over the left, hands come down, lift up that back leg. Nice. Bring it back down into the lunge. You got it. Inhaling, lifting up. And exhale, hands come down again, step back. Let's do a 3-leg dog again. So right leg lifts up and out. And we'll stack the right hip on top of the left, opening up here. Notice that the right shoulder likes to come up a lot in this pose. We want to keep that right shoulder down so you get a nice twist in the thoracic spine. Last exhale here. Inhale, lifts up. And exhale, lowers the foot down. Your choice, you can come into child's pose. You can stay in down dog, or I'll guide you through a vinyasa with a few options as well. Inhale forward into plank. You can lower the knees like we did before, or do a full chaturanga hovering over the earth. Inhale into your baby cobra or your full up dog hovering over the earth. And exhale back into the down dog from wherever you are. So again, a lot of options. Do what feels good for you. Last exhale here. On your next breath, we'll inhale the left leg up into the sky. Exhale here. Inhale, come forward into that plank with the knee. Exhale, send it up and back. Inhale, come forward, knee comes into chest. Exhale, back. Once more, inhale forward. Exhale, back. This time we'll inhale forward, bring the foot in between the hands, help it out. Exhale here. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, bending the elbows, opening wide, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten the knee, lift up the arms. Exhale, you can even exhale out the mouth here. 2 more times. Maybe stick out the tongue. Once more. Inhale here. Exhale, come forward, slight bend in that front knee. Lift the back foot a little closer in, both toes facing forward. Coming onto the tips of the fingers. Exhale, bring the left hip back, right hip forward. And when you're ready, walking the hands forward, lifting up that back leg. Slight bend through the base leg. And coming into your warrior 3. From here, bring your hands back down, bend through the base leg, and come all the way to your seats. We'll bring the left hand behind us. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale your twist. You can stay here or reach for the outside edge of the top leg. Extend the leg, stay here, and maybe extend the arm. Notice if the back starts to round here, we want to stay up. So if the back is rounding, then just take a step back to where you can lift up through the heart. Last exhale. And coming back to center. All right, coming back out the same way we came in. So hands come down, stepping onto the left leg, lifting the right leg up behind us, bending through the front knee, lowering. We'll come up into a lunge just to close this out. Inhaling, exhaling, hands come down. Left leg lifts up, 3-legged down dog. Stack the left hip on top of the right, making sure the shoulder blades stay in line. And a nice twist here for the spine. And inhaling it back up, we'll exhale, return to our down dog. Your choice. You can come into child's pose. You can stay in down dog or take a vinyasa. If you vinyasa, we'll do it together. I'll call it if you'd like. Inhale forward into your plank. Exhale, you can lower your knees or your body down. Inhale, baby cobra or your up dog. And exhale back into your down dog. Deep breath here. Exhale, let's all meet in child's pose. So lower the knees, lower the hips, come back into a rest. Again, choose where you'd like your hands to go, either extended out, palms together with the hands in the back of the heart, or the hands can come around. Notice what more you're clearing in the space around your heart. Notice what more you can listen to. What more you can feel. Those moments of joy, of fulfillment. Excavate where those have been pushed down and hidden in your heart. How can you feel them again right now in this moment? Another deep breath here in child's pose. Reaching your hands forward if they aren't already. On our next inhale, we'll just take our gaze up to look between the hands. And I want you to just bring yourself forward, kind of slither yourself down onto the earth, onto the belly. We'll come first into a Sphinx pose. So our elbows will be underneath our shoulders and our fingers spread wide on the mat. This is a great place to really think about pressing into the tops of the feet here and pointing the tailbone back towards the heels. All of this is going to help to support the lower back. And you're going to get a slight engagement in the core, and that's what's supporting the lower back here. So as we lengthen through the lumbar spine, we're going to press into the tops of the feet, point the tailbone back. You'll start to feel some space here. When that happens, press into the hands and the elbows. And then imagine as if you're bringing the elbows back towards the ribs and allow the heart to open as you lift. A lot going on here. Maybe a smile comes to your face. Lots of heart opening today, lots of support through the shoulders. Another deep breath here. And as you exhale, we're going to lower ourselves down. You can just make a pillow for your head. With your hands, turn your cheek to one side. Notice if you feel any tension in your lower spine here. And if you do, we're going to try this once more. And I want you to think even more about pointing the tailbone back, gentle engagement in the core, and pressing the feet down. And see if it has a difference. If you have any tension, you can start to just rock your hips to the right and the left just to release that. But ideally, we're going for not feeling it in the lower back here. So let's give it one more try. We'll come back to aligning the elbows underneath the shoulders. I often see the elbows out too wide here, so make sure that they're nice, snug in by the ribs. Hands are spread wide, and toes are spread wide too. So we're pressing into the tops of the feet, feeling that engagement of the core. The tailbone is pointing back towards our heels. We're thinking of the energy coming forward rather than up. So think of the expansion forward through the heart, drawing those elbows back towards the ribs. Give yourself a smile. Starting to open this feeling of joy, of fulfillment. This is your passion in your heart. Allow that to come. What brings me joy? What fills my cup? One more breath. Exhale, we'll lower down, make a pillow for the head, turn the cheek the other direction. And from here, come back to center, lift up slightly. I'm going to offer to bring the left arm across underneath you. So your palm is going to face up. It's going to feel a little odd for a moment. Just go ahead and bring your head down for that. It's going to give a nice stretch in the shoulder here. From here, we're going to take our right knee and bend it. So it comes directly out from our side and bends down at a 90-degree angle. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, roll onto your back and open your right arm out to the side, coming into a twist. One more deep breath here. Last exhale. Lifting that arm, coming back down and coming back onto our back. Onto our belly, rather. We lower the foot down and we'll bring the left arm back in line. We'll do the same thing with this right arm. Thread it underneath us, and this time just lay on your belly on that arm, getting a nice stretch to the shoulder. Slowly start to bend the left knee. Bring it out to the side. And when you're ready, tracing this left arm over as you open up into a supine twist. Last exhale here. Tracing the left arm back over the right. Coming back onto the belly. Coming out of this the same way we came in. Leg straightens. Bring the right arm back underneath you. Hands on the earth on either side of your ribs. Inhale, bring yourself back towards tabletop. And exhale, we'll walk ourselves back into tabletop. You can move the hips if you want, if that feels good to you. Maybe take some hip circles. Shake it out a little bit. We'll come into one more down dog here. So walking the hands, one palm step forward, tucking the toes under. Inhale and extend. And exhale, our downward facing dog. Knees slightly bent here. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. We're going to walk the feet to the outside edge of the hands. So you can take a step or you can walk yourself up. We're going to open them wide. So at the edge of your mat, maybe the heels are on the edge and the toes are going to come off about a 45-degree angle out. Lower the hips down, or maybe the hands come to the heart. Wherever you are in this pose is beautiful. Coming into our malasana, our squat pose. Noticing here where the weight is on your feet. I find I tend to put the weight on my big toe side, on the inner arch side. So I have to put more weight on the outside edge. You might be the opposite. But just wherever you are, just notice that we have equal weight through the feet. And then notice where the elbows are. Sometimes our elbows end up forward and we're kind of bending over like this. I want to offer to bring the elbows to the insides of the thighs so that the heart can lift up. Very nice. Give yourself a smile here. Opening up through the heart again. You can stay here if this is what is good for you. If you'd like, we'll come into a twist. So you can bring the left hand down onto the earth and inhale the right arm up. Exhale, you can stay here or maybe bring the hand around the back. Inhale, lift the arm up again. Exhale, bring it down. So right hand comes down to the earth in front of the right foot. Inhale the left arm up into our twist. Exhale here, or maybe bring the hand. Inhale the arm up again. Exhale, hand comes down. Bring the mat down into the front of you. And go ahead and straighten the knees, lifting the hips. Heel toe the feet in, about hip width distance apart. We'll give a slight bend in the knees here. Just allow the head and the neck to release. Maybe you want to sway to the right and left. As we straighten the knees here, really think about lifting the kneecaps and engaging the quadriceps here. Come onto the tips of the fingers. And then bring the hands onto the shins. Inhale, lift the heart, flat back, really lifting up, engaging through the quadriceps. Exhale, slide the hands back down. Maybe they stay on the heels or on the shins, that's fine. Inhale, we're going to slide them up, coming back into that flat back. Reach the heart forward, really lift from the heart, engaging through the fronts of the legs. Exhale, come down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, slide the hands up, reach the heart forward. Exhale and fold down. Beautiful. Bending through the knees. Inhale, you can come with that flat back again if that's better for you, or you can round yourself up. Either way, come up on that inhale, lift the arms up into the sky. Exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Take a deep breath here. Notice This new feeling of standing up. Notice the feet on the earth. Lift up the toes, spread them wide, place them back down onto the earth. Deep breath here. Exhale fully. We'll bring the hands down onto our hips and bend the knees slightly here and look down at those toes and just start to lift up the toes and notice where your toes are. We're going to try and separate the pinky toe from the big toe a little bit. So we're like opening the toes like this. Maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. It's up to you. It's all fine. And then we're going to start to bring down the pinky first, the fourth toe, the third toe, the second toe, and then the big toe. Notice if you've gotten any more space with the toes now from where they were when we started. And now I want you to keep that slight bend. Close the eyes, bring the hands into the hips, and just notice where you're placing weight in your feet. So essentially spread the toes. You probably have a little bit more awareness here between the right and the left side of your feet, the inside and the outside. And then also think about if you're pressing weight into the front, into the toes more, or back into the heels more. We want to find a balance between all of those points. So between the insides, the outsides, the front, the back of the feet, and all the points on the soles of our feet. Press equally into all of those points. We're going to combine all this together with that equal weight distribution of our feet. And now as we straighten our knees, engage through the quadriceps. So lift up through the kneecaps, point the tailbone down towards the earth. That engages the core. Lift up through the heart, open the shoulders, open through the front and the back of the heart. Full Tadasana pose here, a lot going on. Give yourself a smile. Inhale, reach the hands up into the sky. Exhale, fold the hands down, folding down into that forward fold. That half lift again. Inhale, half lift, heart reaches forward. Nice. Exhale, hands come down, bend the knees. Beautiful. Step back into down dog one more time. Give yourself a nice stretch here, feeling all of this opening. Inhale, lifting up the right leg. Exhale, bend the knee. This time the knee is going to come in between the hands, a little bit over more to the right hand. Untuck the back toe. Maybe you want to walk that back foot back a little bit. We're coming into a gentle variation of pigeon pose here. So we're going to keep the foot in and we still get a really nice stretch here through the glutes, piriformis. But we're finding a support for our hip joints here. So giving a nice inhale. And exhale, you can stay here. If you want to come down, you can. I just offer that you notice where the weight is distributed. So if you find yourself dumping into this, try and keep yourself lifted and supported here, even as you fold down. So maybe that means the heart is reaching forward. There's still engagement through the core and through the back. Go ahead and release the head and neck. Maybe give yourself a few rolls, nods. And bring yourself back up. This time we are going to place the weight onto our right hip and come back into our twist. So we're going to bring the back leg up, place it up and over. We're back in that twist again. Left hand comes behind us. Right arm wraps around the knee. Inhale and extend. And exhale our twist. Last exhale here. And coming back in. Coming back out the same way we came in. Bringing that leg back. Hands come underneath. Tuck the back toe under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keeping the right leg up into the sky. And lowering it down. We're going to straighten the right leg and bend the left. From here, lift up the left leg. Take an inhale. And exhale, bend the knee. Bring it in between the hands, a little closer over to that left hand. Untuck the back toe, maybe create some space here. Inhale and reach the heart up. Exhale, feel your support here so much that you can even lift up your hands. You've got so much support here through the base body. This is really what's supporting our hips in this pose. So if you're coming down, we're still finding that engagement, reaching the heart forward, and feeling an extension rather than a dumping down, rather than a release down. We'll release in a little bit. One more breath here. If you've come down, go ahead and lift yourself back up. We'll sit over onto our left hip and now bring this right leg up and over, coming back into our twist. Right hand comes behind us this time. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale your twist, hugging the knee. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and twist. Last exhale here. Coming back to the center, bringing the right foot back behind you, tucking the toe under. Exhale, three-legged down dog. Left leg lifts up into the sky. And lowering it down, we straighten the right leg and bend, we straighten the left leg and bend the right. Go ahead and bend and straighten both legs. One more breath. And exhale, lowering the knees down. Go ahead and sit back on your heels. Bring yourself up into a kneeling. Allow the hands to rest on your thighs. Close your eyes here. Point the tailbone down towards the earth. Align the spine, stacking vertebra on vertebra. Lifting up through the crown of the head. We'll turn our palms over and practice Nadi Shodhana together. So if you'd like, you can bring your left hand into Chin Mudra, so index finger and thumb touching. Right hand comes into Vishnu Mudra. There's a few options. You can separate your fingers and these first two fingers will fold down so that the ring and pinky finger and thumb are lifted up. If that's not happening for you, totally fine. And these first two fingers can rest on the third eye. Either way, we're going for the thumb touching the right nostril and the ring finger touching the left nostril side. I'd like to offer to do this a little bit differently so that we have one nostril that's plugged off, that's closed totally. The other one, I want you to make kind of like a valve with the other hand. So in this case, I have my ring finger over my left side. My thumb is just going to come onto the top, kind of like the bridge of my nose on the right side. So it's going to have a little bit press off some of the space for air, just a little bit. That's going to allow us to extend this breath even more. So see how that feels to you. You can kind of get ready for this here. And as we go, we're going to slide the fingers up and down, basically, as we go from either side. So I'll guide you through it. But try that little extra valve there at the top with each inhale and exhale when we're allowing the air to come through that side. So go ahead and take whatever position is good for you. I'm going to inhale together. Then as we exhale, go ahead and fully close off the right side with your thumb. Go ahead and place the left ring finger onto the top of the left side of the nostril. Inhale. Through that valve, notice the space and the length. Slide the ring finger down, slide the thumb up. Exhale at the right. Stay here. Inhale through the right. Slide the right thumb down. Bring the finger to the valve. Exhale out the left. Stay here. Inhale through the left. Slide the ring finger down, slide the thumb up a little bit, exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Slide the thumb down, slide the ring finger up a little bit, exhale out the left. I'll have you do that one more time on your own. So inhaling through the left. Guiding yourself through a full round. We'll end by exhaling out the left again. When you're complete, you can lower the hand down. Take a full deep breath. Whenever you're done, no rush. Bring the hands to heart center. Notice peace and stillness. And take yourself to where you have felt the same peace and stillness out in the world, in your life. That is where you're connected to. Those are your spaces of joy and passion. How can you be there more? How can you bring that into your space? How can you align your life to open more avenues for this joy and this peace and this stillness for them? It's possible. Don't let the mind get too far out with all the ways of doing it, but just setting that intention for yourself that you can find ways to bring this into alignment. And as you bring this more into alignment, as you bring these times of joy and peace into your space, then all that does not resonate with that will fall away. There is no space for that which does not bring you full fulfillment. Another deep breath here. Give yourself a smile and exhale. Bring the hands down onto your legs. You can gently bring your eyes open here. Maybe look around wherever you are, even if it's in a room. Just take in what's around you. Even if you've seen these things a million times before. And we'll bring the hands down and sit over onto one side. Extend the legs out in front of you. We'll just take one forward fold here before we bring ourselves down onto our backs. So go ahead and engage through the legs, lift the kneecaps, quads engaged here, lift the toes up towards the sky. Inhale, hands come up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward wherever the hands go, on your knees, your shins, your ankles, your feet, wherever is beautiful. Inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, lean down a little bit more. Maybe you want to go ahead and release the back, the neck, the head. Go ahead and also release the legs here. So release the engagement through the feet and even the knees. Allow the knees to bend. So we'll turn this into a bit of a yin forward fold here. So just coming down. One more breath. Last exhale here. Press into the floor with your hands and slowly walk yourself back up. Exhale here. We'll bend the knees and scoot the seat forward. You can come down a few ways. You can roll onto one side and come onto your back. You can just roll yourself down, however is comfortable for you. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Rock gently to the right and the left. Bring the feet onto the earth. Reach down with your hands alongside the body. Make sure the feet are about parallel hip width distance. Press into the soles of the feet and into the palms and the arms and the shoulders, and then start to lift the hips up, coming into a bridge pose. Create space between your chin and your chest. Open up and expand through the heart, through the front of the heart and the back of the heart. Take another deep inhale. And exhale, slowly lower yourself down. One more time, inhaling, lifting the hips up. Stay here, exhale. Make sure those knees stay in line. Sometimes they like to splay out to either side. Open up through the heart. Press down through the shoulder blades. Find expansion in the back of the heart as well. One more breath. Exhale, lower yourself down. We'll cross the left foot over the right knee. And you can stay here. Flex a lot through this left leg. That's going to protect our knee here. You can stay here. Maybe you want to give some gentle encouragement with your left arm, opening up. If you'd like, you can always lift the right leg, bring your hands underneath behind the right thigh, and gently bring this knee in while we're still flexing the left leg. You can still give some support here with this left elbow. Maybe the left elbow bends into the inside of the left thigh. Recline figure 4 here. Just going deeper from where we were with the pigeon. Take another deep breath. Exhale. Release. You can keep the leg lifted if it's up, or you can have it down if it's down. We're going to open up the right arm out to the side. And either with the foot down or lifted, go ahead and just bring both legs over down to your right side. So your left sole of the foot is on the earth. From there, you can take your left hand and press it into the left thigh. Or if you want, you can extend the left arm into that reclined twist again. Last exhale. Inhale, we'll come back to the center and switch sides. So now the right foot will cross onto the left thigh. You can stay here with the left sole of the foot on the earth, or you can bring up the left thigh, wrap your hands around. Maybe the right elbow is on the inside of that right thigh, or maybe the hands. Keep the right toes flexed wherever you are. Lots of energy through the leg. Another deep breath here. And exhale, releasing the hands, left arm extends out to the side, and we'll bring both legs over to that left side so the sole of the foot's on the earth. You can open up both hands here. Maybe you want to take the left hand, either the right hand or the left hand, and press it into the thigh. One more deep breath. Exhale fully. Releasing, coming back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Final pose is happy baby pose. We'll take our hands down to the outside edges of our feet. Open up the feet towards the sky. Bend the knees, maybe slight bend in the elbows as well. And then think about extending through the tailbone again. So point the tailbone down and away as you're also pressing the shoulder blades more towards the earth. They're probably not going to touch fully, but we're opening and expanding through the whole spine. So rather than the hips lifting, we want to glue them down to the earth. And from here, you can rock side to side. Maybe you want to extend one leg and extend the other. And take any other movements your body might want. And when you're ready, allow yourself to extend out into your Shavasana. So opening the feet a little wider, letting the arms come by you, by your sides, palms face up. Bring some space with the hands away from the body. Fully feel yourself supported by your mat or by the earth underneath you. Notice all the points of contact of the body to the ground. Notice all the points of support of this earth that is always beneath you. From this support, from this space, we are able to open our body, open our breath. And so with a long, deep breath, just see how much breath you can bring into your body. And as you exhale, notice how much you can release any muscles that you're still holding on to, releasing everything totally and fully. Come into your normal breath. Release the jaw. Release the cheekbones, the eyes, the temples. Feel the head lying heavy on the earth. Allow your breath to be the only movement in your space. And enjoy the stillness and the peace. Gently invite and inhale back into the body. Exhale fully. Inhaling, bringing fresh breath into the body, into the lungs. Feel the heart rise, open. Exhale fully. On our next breath, we'll bring the breath all the way down to the fingers and the toes. And as you exhale, inviting some movement into the fingers and into the toes. Inhale in the wrists and the ankles, rotating one direction. And exhale the other direction. On your next inhale, lifting the hands up above the head. Full body stretch. And exhale, the hands come around the knees come into the body, rock gently to the right and left. We'll rock all the way on to one side. You can create a pillow for your head with your arm or your hand. And take this moment to carry this feeling with you into your day. Knowing that you can choose what comes into alignment, how to bring that into your path. You can choose how to incorporate that, just even for a moment, even for 1 minute in your day. Take your hand down to the earth, gently guide yourself up. Set that intention for yourself. Thank yourself for taking all of this time to breathe, to move, to practice, so that we can take these feelings out with us. And know that in every moment of our day, we can always come back to this peace and this stillness. Invite a deep inhale here. Exhale, bow your head down to your hands, giving yourself a little more gratitude, some love. And I thank you so much for joining. Peace to your body, the mind, to your spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gracias. Namaste.